Current trend would be getting a system that has open API, which is an application programming interface. That is essentially an interface that allows two systems to talk to each other. This allows a business to scale, allows a business to build upon a software that it has, and it sort of takes you away from getting a framework that can potentially become obsolete or just not be highly customizable. So for a mid-sized builder like us, it's hard to find one solution that can do everything. And the solutions that are available that can do everything you want are almost so robust that if we went ahead and went forward with that, we'd only really be using maybe 40 to 50% of the program. So a lot of times that ends up being cost prohibitive for someone of our size. Some tools that we are currently using are Microsoft Azure, which is hosting basically our cloud-based server. Procore is our project management software. We have QR scanners on our jobs, and we have mobile timesheet entry and several apps for other project management items. We have, for instance, our CRM app. You can get on your phone and use that on demand. We use Microsoft Teams a lot. That has been quite nice during this remote setting. It's given us some internal platforms for chatting or boards to post on, so to keep the group collaborating. We have an invoice approval system, which is essentially a document management system. And I think those are mostly the highlights of the tech tools that we're using at this moment. So Zoho is not a mainstream program, and most of the people probably watching this video have never heard of it. And they're sort of new to the market. They are pitching themselves as a suite of apps, essentially, that will replace all of your business functions. So if you think of it like Office 365, where when you buy that platform, you have all these other applications within that to manage a lot of your business processing functions. This is the same concept. So they have apps for accounting and CRM and marketing, analytics, operations, you name it, they have it. So it's essentially an entire platform for your operation. Zoho's, you can get Zoho 1, I believe is the whole package, and that is the premium feature basically, and you get the whole business suite at that point. So everything is documented into the system. Meetings are easily scheduled in the system, and it integrates easily with Microsoft Teams and Zoom, and those are all tracked in the system. Deliverables, tasks, and photos. I mean, it's a big piece of what we do. Photos are in the system, whether you're snapping a photo for a revision to send out to one of your subcontractors, or you're adding a photo on your project just for the weekend update that you're sending your client to let them know, what happened during that week. Those are all things that have just streamlined everything that we do on a day-to-day basis. Procore, we interviewed lots of other vendors, and we felt like Procore was sort of the industry standard for a business of our size. And that also applied to where we want to be in 5 years or 10 years. It's highly customizable, it's user-friendly, it's affordable, and it had an incredible support package, which isn't always available. You have the capabilities of doing bid management from the early onset of receiving some plans in the system. You can essentially, once you win the project, you set it up in Procore, you put in your budget, you put in all of you're managing the whole life cycle of the project, you're putting in your costs, and then you're managing alongside of those costs, you're doing change orders and to the client, change orders to your subcontracts. You're managing all your plan revisions, your RFIs, your submittals. All of that documentation is flowing through the system in a nice orderly fashion. We don't need Procore to communicate, but the options are available in the system. So that is something that we might roll out a little bit in the future. At the moment, my favorite feature is being able to give the people in the field the information that they need on demand. The ability to to drill down and see, you know, everything that's in their job costs, or, you know, one easy place to go and look at everything that's happening on their project instead of having to look in 6 different systems. It's all right in front of you in one spot. So this has given us all that real-time data. So it's taken the homegrown systems away. It has made everything, you know, when it comes, this is really the science of everything. So we used to say years ago, like junk in, junk out. If you can put the correct information in the system, the reporting, there's a BI tool in the system that can pull this information out for you. It's going to streamline so many homegrown ways of doing these tasks for developing KPIs and tracking anything from, you know, basic project management duties to things on your financials, like if we're talking about profit and loss and other business KPIs. Those are all things that can be sucked out of any of these systems with the proper BI tool. Add-on apps. So just as you know, we selected Procore as the benchmark, it sort of level set us to where we felt like the standard should be. And then from there, we can continue to customize where we feel that that's necessary. And I think that that is what, you know, companies are going to lean to, that there's an app for everything. A lot of it is, you know, integrating specialized functions, making one subset of something that you're doing in your business a little bit more streamlined will gain you value, you know, in another area. So mobile apps, and also another big trend is the customer experience. So with our systems too, the ability to go in as a customer and also get a level of detail on demand at, you know, at any given time is there for you as well. And that's all ever changing. And those demands have become different, and they've become greater and more urgent in a lot of ways. So responding to that is very important to us.